The right to dignity. 尊严权。The right to life, liberty, and security of person. 生命、自由和人身安全的权利。The right to equal protection of the law. 法律平等保护的权利。Freedom from arbitrary arrest, detention, or exile. 有权不被任意逮捕、拘禁或放逐。有权不被任意逮捕、拘禁或放逐。Human rights in China now.
Human rights in China now.
中国应该有人权。
中国应该有人权。
Human rights in China now. 让中国人民有人权。Freedom of the press.
Freedom of press.
出版自由。The right of people assembly.
和平集会的权利。
The right to petition Congress for redress of grievances. First Amendment, the right to due process.
The right to due process.
正当法律程序的权利。
正当法律程序的权利。
生命自由和财产权。Second Amendment, the right to trial by jury. 接受陪审团审判的权利。The United Nations Declaration of Human Rights. The right to dignity.
The right to dignity.
尊严权。The right to life, liberty, and security of person.
The right to life, liberty, and security of person.
生命、自由和人身安全的权利。
生命、
自由和人身
安全的权利。
主要大多是人的英文。
The right to equal protection of the law.
Protection of the law.
法律平等保护的权利。
法律平等保护的权利。
Freedom from arbitrary arrest, detention, or exile. 无权不被任意逮捕、拘禁或放逐。
有权
无权不被任意逮捕、拘禁或放逐。Freedom of movement to leave or return to one's country. The right to take part in the government of one's country.
The right to take part in the government of one's country.
自由和平集会的权利。
自由和平集会的权利。
自由支持以及组建党派的权利。
自由支持以及组建党派的权利。
These are the United Nations Universal Declaration of Human Rights.
I'm Professor Tenzin Dorji, President of the Southern California Tibetan Association. And we are very proud to stand with our Chinese brothers and sisters calling for the human rights in China and in Tibet. And I call upon the Chinese leadership to listen to the world leaders. I appreciate the recent statements made by the Vice President Biden as well as the advisor Rice. And we call upon you to release all the political prisoners in China and Tibet. So I call upon the President Xi Jinping and the new Chinese leadership to listen to their own people so that if they really want the harmonious society and the world to be peaceful, they got to listen to the voices of the people. In the recent news reports that Liu Xiaobo's wife has started to have mental stress and problems. So we call upon you to release the Nobel Peace Laureate Liu Xiaobo right away. So we hope that our voices will carry over to you. We know that inside the building you are listening to us. So we hope that the new Chinese leadership will wake up and will try to work with the people, and so that the Chinese and Tibetans will have a basic human rights.
人民法院认为，陈希在境外网上发表的文章有煽动内容，并称其罪有应得。
Okay, we're talking about Chen Wei, a Chinese dissident and human rights activist. He was one of the student leaders of the 1989 Tiananmen Square protest. Also a signatory on Charter 08, a manifesto demanding the rights of the association and the end to one-party rule. On the morning of 20th February 2011, Chen Wei was followed by police and did not return. Later, he was sentenced to 9 years in prison for inciting subversion.
陈为89民运学生领袖，中国茉莉花革命发起者，60后被捕入狱，先后参与四川民主党筹组、08宪章签名、中国茉莉花革命等活动。2011年被警方传唤去喝茶后，便再也没有回来，后被以煽动颠覆国家政权罪判处9年有期徒刑，并被绥宁警方抄家。
On April 7, 2011, Li and her husbands were detained by police as a part of a nationwide crackdown on dissidents. On December 29, 2011, Chinese authorities put Li Yulan on trial for fraud in Beijing. In April 2012, Li was sentenced to 2.5 years in prison for making trouble and fraud. Her husband, Dong Jichen, was similarly sentenced to 2 years for making trouble. Currently, they were but has no place to stay. People are afraid to lease their houses to them, as the Chinese government has warned them not to let Li Yulan and her husband stay in their rented homes. Their daughter has been fired from her job.
李玉兰，中国维权人士，1986年开始从事法律维权工作，并建立了自己的人权历史领域的微信。2011年，她再度以被寻办居士和欺诈罪名判刑2年8个月，而她的丈夫董继群也已被寻办居士罪名判刑2年。
Bishop Ma Da-jin, a Catholic bishop of Shanghai Diocese. On July 7, 2012, he was consecrated as bishop in Shanghai. But then, people lost contact with him, and according to the news report, he was limited to exercise what he was trained to do. And he was forced to stay in a repair yard outside of Shanghai. So far, we have not heard about Bishop Ma Da-jin.
马达钦，天主教上海教区主理主教，2012年7月7日在徐家汇主教座堂被祝圣为上海教区助理主教，但此后就同外界失去联系。根据天亚社的报道，他遭受当局限制行使牧职，被限制行动于上海市郊的佘山修院里瑞。2012年，中国天主教爱国会中国天主教团提出马达钦的主教任命，严正违反主教团的有关规定，并公布撤销马达钦主教主力的任命消息。
Hi, my name is Bhuktan Doji. I am a member of the Tibetan Association of Southern California. Like Anne said, there was a filmmaker, Tundra Wangchuk, who was imprisoned after he made a documentary in 2008 about Olympics in China.
OK， 他再介绍一个就是藏人的，他是来自于南加这个藏人协会的一个藏人代表。他在讲有一个藏族的一个拍电影的一个人，他拍了一个纪录片，好像是2008年奥运会的一个纪录片。这个片子拍完以后呢，他就被抓捕，失去自由了。
And then of course everybody knows about Kanchan Lama, who was taken into prison when he was 6 years old, and he is in his 20s now, and has never been heard of, seen. Nobody knows his whereabouts. At the time, he was the youngest political prisoner that disappeared, and nobody has heard about his whereabouts.
OK， 他现在提到一个小班禅，就是藏人选择的一个班禅。那么6岁呢就失去了音讯。那么他到今年已经20 years old today， 对吧
？Besides, so in response to their oppressive policies, we have seen, I think that the last number of people who self-immolated in protest has now come to 123, and they continue to do so to show the world, impress upon the world what the conditions of their lives are under the Chinese rule.
OK， 他也提到了藏人呢，他说一直在用自焚的方式在抗议，向世界来显示现在藏人的这种人权状况。那么最新的一个是123个，就是刚刚最新发生的123个自焚者，他们向世界呢那个告诉全世界吧，在中国的西藏的这个人权状况。
Thank you.
OK， 谢谢大家。Also appear to ask for release 高志胜。
他为中国的访民、弱势群体等做了非常多的工作，导致自己被关押。
Because of he helped the other people, but because of the help, he was detained.
他同许多，包括刘晓远律师、滕彪律师、许志勇等，都是中国的法律民主的脊梁。
Like the other activists.
China, like Liu Xiaoyuan, Chen Biao, and Xu Zhiyong, yeah, they are the conscience of the law in China.
谢谢大家。
Thank you.
Human rights in China now. Human rights in China now. Human rights in China now.
Human rights in China now.
China, China.
China.
Release all prisoners of conscience.
Release all prisoners of conscience.
你讲中文啊。
释放良心犯。
释放良心犯。Release all political prisoners.
Release all political prisoners.
释放政治犯。
释放政治犯。
Human rights in China now.
Human rights in China now. 中国人权。
中国人权。
极不容缓。
极不容缓。
Human rights in China now.
Human rights in China now.
China, China.
China, China.
Release all prisoners of conscience.
Release all prisoners of conscience.
释放良心犯。
释放良心犯。
Release all political prisoners.
Release all political prisoners. 释放政治犯。
释放政治犯。
释放良心犯。
释放良心犯。
Release all political prisoners.
Release all political prisoners.
释放政治犯。
释放政治犯。
Human rights in China now.
Human rights in China now. 中国人权。
中国人权。
极不容缓。
极不容缓。
Human rights in China now.
Human rights in China now.
China, China.
China, China.
Release all prisoners of conscience.
Release all prisoners of conscience.
释放良心犯。
释放良心犯。
Release all political prisoners.
Release all political prisoners. 释放政治犯。
释放政治犯。
释放良心犯。
释放良心犯。
Release all political prisoners.
Release all political prisoners.
释放政治犯。
释放政治犯。
Human rights in China now.
Human rights in China now.
犯。
释放良心犯。
Release our political prisoners.
Release our political prisoners.
释放政治犯。
释放政治犯。